All right, this is the Air Conservation Commission meeting, Thursday, December 27th, 2018. Confirmation of agenda, any changes?
No changes.
Motion to approve agenda is written.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor? Aye. Meeting minutes? Any comments on the minutes?
I had one comment. Under Pingree Hill.
What page?
Discussion.
What page?
Page 2. Could we insert, so under, this is an important measure to control runoff while work. So I would, can we insert runoff into designated wetland areas to specify where the runoff is going?
Okay.
And then, I don't know, could we strike, GB said it was just a matter of keeping it looking that good? So here's my argument. Okay, here's my argument. The next bullet is a potential notification to the EPA in the spring. And I want it to be kept very official sounding if someone were to go back and read this.
Okay.
I think it needs to be super official and very specific to as what we observed up there this winter. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
My ego's crushed.
I'm
but-
sorry, Jess. I did read your minutes this time.
I am totally not. George, are you okay with those?
We could insert something else. I mean, I know.
It really is partially a matter of keeping it looking the way it looks right now, because the way it looks right now means it's going to function
Right.
as it's
Could we
supposed
say
to.
the
But
challenge is to
looking good is a very subjective term. It's not.
We
You-
said
you
keeping
know
the
what I
site
mean?
in order.
Yeah. I think that sounds. I think
maybe
that's
instead of
good.
just a matter of challenge is to keep the site in order.
Yeah.
Is to continue to keep the site in order.
Exactly, right. You know, as you know, maybe as specified in the order of conditions. So it has some,
To comply.
so it's to comply with the order of conditions.
Well, I think it's more to comply with the Massachusetts Handbook of Erosion Control,
Yep.
Erosion and Sediment Control.
Right.
That's what we've been aiming for.
Right.
And I don't,
But I think the weight then is that, you know, if it's in that order of conditions, they signed off on that, they accepted it too. So underneath that is the state standards.
mhm.
And then on top of that is our order of conditions, so these are double assent. Or they don't assent on the state, but they actively assented on the order of conditions.
Right.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
kind of keep it.
Yeah, however you want to word it, but it does need to continue to look
Yes.
just the way it looks right now.
Right.
Which it's not going to. They're going to do something ridiculous, and this was all a huge effort to get the site squared away so that they could keep working through the spring,
Yeah.
like they haven't been able to the last 2 springs
Yeah.
because they've been shut down.
Yeah, well, I would maybe just strike the word good and put in more specific language that specifies what
Yeah.
is the expectation.
Yeah.
Say in order is specified by the order of conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That works.
Okay.
What was that? How about
Too much
important?
eggnog, George.
How about important to keep the site in order as per the order of conditions? And then the next bullet, I don't like the word messy in there.
Conditions continue to be an issue for,
Edit away, I don't have an ego on this.
Well, we could replace messy with muddy.
muddy. Mhm.
What if we just
Although
say,
it's more than muddy.
It's muddy tracked onto the road. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Mm.
It's the mud being pulled off the lots and
Mm.
onto the road.
Erosion?
Yeah, it's not
No,
really
it's not
erosion, it's
erosion.
tracking.
It's
It's just
tracking.
equipment and cars and trucks driving
Mm.
through the mud and then driving onto the road, not over a
Mm.
stone pad.
if we say that if runoff and sedimentation continue to be observed, then Concom could consider notifying EPA.
Yeah, that sounds good.
How about uncontrolled runoff?
Uncontrolled, yep,
Continue to be observed.
yeah,
All right, any other comments?
that sounds good.
Motion to accept the minutes as edited.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any announcements?
We have one interesting announcement that I haven't really had a chance to completely read and digest. We were forwarded this from Robert's office. It's from National Grid, and it has something to do with their yearly operational plan public notice review and comment. And they want to know if this map is okay, if this contains all the well head and well protection area information that they need to know about, and they're counting on us to fill them in. And I was wondering if you guys know anything about this.
No.
No? Okay, I will put it in my pile of things to read and digest.
Basically, they tell us what they're gonna do, and we say, you know,
Right, if it was a
I
spraying,
know.
if it was the spraying thing, but this seems to be, we're gonna take care around your wells as long as you tell us where they are.
yeah.
It may amount to the same thing. But that's it for anything like an announcement.
Okay. Any accounts payable?
No.
All right. Our first item is a public hearing, request for determination of applicability, 1 Sandy Way.
Come
Oh,
on up.
wait a minute.
Wait a minute, what?
Wait. 1 Sandy Way is the Murrays. 11 Amandry Way, I would guess is, right.
All right, so I guess we have to amend the agenda.
All right, still 1 Sandy Way.
That's me.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a seat. And we have a gift for you.
All right.
What
I
is,
think it's Gus's.
All
I
right.
think it belongs to Gus.
Probably does.
Would you like a cookie to go with your hammer?
This makes me feel very welcome. Cons come and they say, good luck, here's a hammer. Go build something.
We're gonna build something.
And a cookie.
All right. So tell us what you want to do.
We have an existing shed that's there right now, and what we're looking to do is to knock the shed over and to put in a screened porch. And so it's basically in the same location, but extending a little further out and kind of connecting it to the existing deck.
Okay. And
So we have the bottom photo is the back of their house as it exists now, with this little shed. And the top photo,
this is the little shed?
this thing, the this little white roof.
It's close to the house but not attached?
The shed is,
Currently?
the shed is abutting the house, but you can't walk out the house, you have to walk outside to get.
Kind
to the
of a lean-to, sort of.
shed. Yeah,
Yeah.
And the top picture is the new screen porch. And there's something in the picture that's not actually going to get built, right? The stairs.
take these stairs, these existing stairs are gonna come off here.
So,
Okay.
these stairs.
So does the existing shed have any kind of foundation?
It has a cinder block that's on a pad. The whole thing actually is a pad that extends out about 3 or 4 feet out from the edge of the shed currently right now. And so there's some cinder block underneath that's gonna have to get knocked out.
Okay.
Pad
And
of stone?
Concrete.
you're gonna leave the pad?
Sorry?
Are you gonna leave the pad?
I was gonna leave the pad, yeah.
Okay.
I can send these around if you want to have a
So-
closer look.
What we'd be looking to do here, I think, is to get permission to dig, I forget how many these, I think I overestimated because we're still waiting for some specs on the, for some of the joist loading is, for so many holes to be dug, basically,
Right.
to put in footers, basically, to support it.
Uh-huh.
Did Charlie talk to you about the diamond piers instead of digging holes for sonotubes?
Yeah, I looked into those and it's not something I'm very excited about.
Okay.
And what are you gonna do with the dirt that you dig up?
There's some spots behind on the other side of the house, on the north part of the house, in my neighbor's yard that we're probably gonna level out, fill in.
Okay. Any other questions, comments?
Gutters or?
On a deck?
Hmm?
On a deck?
Mhm.
It's a screen
got a
porch.
roof.
It does?
Mhm. Doesn't it?
Yep. This is the new, oh, so that's a roof over,
Got it.
how far out to, oh, you know what? I can answer my own question. Here we go. 16 feet towards the pond from the house, 12 feet wide. With a roof over it. And so you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe? Post
That
holes?
sounds a lot, like a lot.
Well, that's the,
Is that right now?
that's what the plan is showing.
I think we over asked. The most 8 is the most 8.
So I would assume you're just gonna dig the holes with a post hole
Just
digger
doing a post,
and then
just
just fill
manually.
them back in.
Right.
And then the extra soil is just gonna,
Just gonna take out into the north side of the house.
yeah, fill in.
We have a bunch of like
Carbon.
ledge boulders and stuff. I'm just trying to smooth it out.
And then gutters on the roof?
Didn't have any planned,
Granted.
but at one side I was thinking about putting them on, but you know, if that's something that you think is important to do, we can certainly look into it.
Got no,
I mean, it's just gonna,
I have no.
I mean, if you gutter it, it's gonna, you're gonna have to drain it away from the house, you know?
Just look back. So these stairs are going away?
That's correct.
So these are not?
Those are not gonna be there, yeah. This,
Mhm.
and that sticks out another, I don't know, standard 3-foot deep stair.
Mhm.
It's hard to see, but I take it from the existing deck over to where the deck is going to be by the, is that at the existing door height there? Or you kind of,
Pictures 1,000 words.
yeah, I guess I'm trying to picture this door being
Yeah.
lower than this.
Yeah, no,
but
you're
yet this-
absolutely right. So part of the plan is actually to bring up that door entry
Okay.
level to be flush with this existing deck, so
You'll be
the
able
height
to
of
walk
the new
across
door
here
is,
then,
right, it's gonna
Okay.
be all basically flush.
Okay.
So what's the distance between the, from the nearest post to the pond edge?
Pond, we measured it. It was, it's a while ago.
It's So the nearest post, if the shed currently is 100 feet from the edge of the pond,
Oh, it is, okay.
Yeah.
so
Okay.
it's
probably
100 minus
Minus-
16.
Yeah, not even
16?
16, because the
Okay,
shed's like 6 feet deep.
Okay.
So it's probably like
90.
85, 90 feet
Yeah.
from the
Okay,
pond edge.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
93, does that sound like something we measured?
Yeah.
Or maybe that's the other one, something's 93.
It's probably, I would say, if you wanted to be
Yeah.
conservative, it's probably, if you could say 75 to 80, if you really
Yeah.
wanted to be conservative
It's
about it.
pretty far away, yeah.
Yep, and it's very much established grass
Yep, yep.
between the house and the edge of the pond.
Sounds like an RDA to me.
Do we need any conditions?
In terms of soil removal and placement.
Yeah,
Would you like me to read the conditions that I guessed at?
sure.
All soil removed for the installation of piers will be moved to outside the buffer zone on the day of excavation. No demolition material will remain in the buffer zone longer than 7 days. All construction material will be stored on paved surfaces. Straw wattle will be installed to protect the intermittent stream. And there's room for more.
Actually, can I just
Oh, I
see
forgot about the intermittent
photo?
stream.
Yeah.
So the edge of the property does have that stream that crosses under
Yeah,
No.
Wright Road.
yep.
Comes right
Yep.
down on the
Yep.
edge of the
Yep.
property.
So the new structure is actually gonna cover up that pad, basically completely.
Basically, it's gonna come up the pad, yeah.
Yeah.
Minutes.
Picture 1,000 words. Yeah. Do you want
And
the
so where
plan
does
too?
that,
No, no.
where does that covered porch then, in relation to the intermittent stream? Where is it near it, not? That's not.
Hang on one sec, I can give you an answer to that. It's, if that's 100, it's probably 45?
It's probably more like, I did measure it, so it's, the edge of the house it's a little weird, because it's, these are the old property lines and
Yeah.
everything, so, but the edge of that is probably gonna be about 20 feet from where the embankment starts, where it starts to slope down, and then it's probably another 5 or 6 feet until the stream starts, from a
That's the
true
existing
horizontal.
house.
That's the existing house, it's about the same because of the angle of how things are projecting, it sort of follows actually the path of the stream, so it's about the same.
So the stream is down on this side. Down, way down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It-
it still kind of contours up and then it goes down.
It actually goes pretty level on the area that you would consider our plot, and then it has a deep gully
Yeah.
into where the basin of the stream is.
Yeah.
So it's, I guess it's longer for distance if you want to actually measure the diagonal, but it's probably about 20 feet from there. I think I measured it
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
Those look pretty thorough conditions on the
Yeah.
part of our sheriff.
Yes, the
Yeah.
sheriff's in the building.
Okay, so, accept a motion to issue a negative determination with the aforementioned conditions.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor? Aye. All right,
And negative is good.
Good conundrums
Negative is
to
what
have.
you want.
Good. It's one of them.
Negative is
Yep.
good.
Thank you. Do you need me to give you a check today for the fees for?
Oh, yes, and it was more than I estimated because I had to use the Lowell Sun. And I don't have the number
I can
off
come back.
the top of my...
Why don't I contact you tomorrow during business hours? Are you around tomorrow?
I'll be in probably between 8 and 10 tomorrow
I can
morning.
call you on the phone or email
Yeah,
you. Okay.
yeah,
Great.
good. All right,
Thank
great.
you very
Right.
much.
thank you.
Yes, it'll be.
Take care.
Night.
Start building now. I know,
Exactly.
it's pretty funny.
All right, our next hearing is request for determination of applicability 11 Mandry Way.
Want a cookie?
Wow. Okay.
There's your maps and stuff in color.
Very nice.
Site plan and everything. So we are looking to contract with South Shore Gunite in our first pool. It's exciting.
South Shore what?
South Shore Gunite.
G-U-N-N.
South Shore Gunite. G-U-N-I-T-E. Is how you-
Yeah.
Yeah.
One end, two ends?
I think it's
I think it's just
Just
one.
one?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, so we are in the big field down the end of General Field, and the pool itself is, everything's going to be outside the buffer zone. From my house, it's about 60 feet from my house, and then it goes another 93 feet, 10 inches to the back of my property, and then beyond that, probably 20, 30 feet.
To that, yep.
There's a ditch that the farmers had dug years ago that the day you and I were out there, it rained for 2 weeks straight, and even then, it was probably 18 inches wide, maybe 3 inches deep. Not really much there, but there's a current fence there now that the farmers used to use, and the beef cows are there. And what I want to do is have the option to put another fence on the inside of that, because the pool regulations unfortunately won't allow me to use the cattle fence even. I've been trying. As much as I'd love to have everything natural like that, they unfortunately will not let me use that.
Even if you electrify it?
Oh, that's a thought.
Well, the fence needs to be 4 feet with a top rail, and then unlike a regular chain link, which, I mean, these are big squares, like 4-6 inch squares, whatever it's in it, but they have to be under an inch and a quarter, so little kids' shoes can't fit in there. But it's gonna be kind of hidden out in the grass, and that grass gets about 5 feet tall, so I'm just kind of be hidden. But talking when you walk the property, Joanne, that fence would be within the buffer zone. The fence would reside probably about 40 feet from that trench. The trench is probably down in that part, maybe the ditch itself is only about a foot, and down it's not not much there really. But
So it's just part of the fences in the buffer zone?
Yep.
Okay.
So is this wetland or is it part of Beaver?
Oh, it really is just a drainage.
Oh, it's just a drainage.
It's drainage.
It's the, this red line is where the water is. And then the blue line is his property line. And the red line inside the blue line is the edge of the buffer from that
Okay,
intermittent stream.
Okay.
We'll call it an intermittent stream.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. This is an in-ground
in-ground.
pool, yep. Fencing around it.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I think the pool starts it'll be 22 feet from the town line. The town line, it's the Groton town line that runs through my property. Or is the edge of my property. It'll be 22 feet from the Groton side.
Okay.
But there's nothing up there, it's just fields. It's all
Yeah.
meadows and
Yeah.
fields.
Yep.
So this is,
How high is the fence?
It's gotta be minimum 4 feet. I'll probably keep it at 4 feet, because
this
hopefully
is
the grass,
pool,
I
this
don't
is
wanna
the
see
back
it.
of the house.
Mm.
So,
What type of, just pipe?
yeah, so in the back
Concrete?
where that's going to be, so I'll probably put some nice, a little ornamental fencing up front where you're actually gonna see it. And then back along that fence where it actually does go in the buffer zone, it'll be a chain link fence, just regular pipe, for whatever the minimum is for holes. And then I have regular manual post hole digger and my tractor, and just go out there and pick up the dirt and be done with it.
You're gonna set them in concrete or just drive them in the ground?
I think I'm just gonna drive into the ground.
Okay, so you really won't have any dirt.
Probably not. I mean, I just was given a post hole digger. It's like, especially things I'm kind of looking for to use it. But if anything, I'm just gonna drill like a 4-inch hole and put it in there and fill it back in.
Backfill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty straightforward.
So this is your fence, the existing cow fence?
So that's the existing cow fence. Yep.
Where will you put the pool?
The pool's going up here.
And you got, again, based on the condition, you're gonna put a, and you got the fence around it, correct?
The fence is gonna go from here, down this way,
Yeah.
and then down here, this way.
Okay, you're basically fencing that whole area again?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I'm trying to understand,
It's nice
exactly
to-
what you're doing.
It's nicer than I
I remember having to putting a fence around the pool and everything myself, I'm like,
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty.
where is he going?
Big pool, yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing, it's not a lot of patios, we kind of want to keep things like as natural as possible, so
It,
no
it,
buildings or anything like that.
it's just stunning standing in their backyard
Yeah, it's nice.
because you see the farm next door and the edge of the general field and,
Yeah, yeah,
This is that huge field,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gorgeous field.
yeah, it's just,
Yeah, so one question, is this an ACEC area? Is it critical habitat for, turtles and?
No,
No?
I've never
Okay.
seen
and
or heard anything.
I didn't
Yeah.
map it
Nature.
because I
Um,
don't,
A couple miles down, the
Yeah.
bridge, like St. John's Brook, wherever that.
James
dirt-
James Brook, yeah, James
Down,
Brook, yeah.
way down there next to like
Yep.
the racing buildings, there's,
Yep.
I see turtle crossing signs, but
Yeah.
there's nothing up by my house.
Okay, okay. Just- yeah. I mean, I'm just asking because,
Yeah.
fences do keep wildlife out, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids in and wildlife out, yeah.
Doesn't keep the coyotes out.
Yeah, yeah.
well, and I wonder, do you have to have the fence go all the way to the ground?
2 inches.
2 inches.
Yeah.
Although I
Wow.
would say that with turtles, you wouldn't want to let them get in there
Yeah.
because they go into a
Into
pool.
the pool there, yeah,
Yeah.
kinda, yeah.
Yeah,
They
it's
have
like
enough space.
frogs.
They have enough space to play with out there.
Yeah.
Frogs, turtles.
Yeah, but it's
They
a
don't
2
drown
inch.
eventually
Yeah.
if they
It
can't
has to
get out.
be
Yeah.
a 2-inch minimum.
Yeah,
Below, can't be
Yeah.
any more.
But I
than
think
2 inches.
you want to go to the ground. You don't want any getting in.
yeah, you don't want little frogs, yeah.
Yeah.
My-
And little drown things.
I
in the
know,
pool.
my cousin has a hard time keeping the frogs out. They have,
Yeah.
they
I've
go-
actually never seen a turtle at
Oh.
our house, ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never seen a turtle.
My sister came up with a solution for frogs in pools.
Yeah, what was it?
She, around the various, like 4 points around it, she put little ladders. I mean, really little ramps from the water up.
Really?
Really, and
And they
apparently
climb up
she hasn't
and
been
out?
finding drowned ones. So
Wow. That's
simple,
creative.
simple but elegant.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's creative.
So I've never seen a turtle, so I'm not gonna
All right.
ignore that.
But if you wind up with frogs in there, just build little ramps.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll remember that.
the kids would like that.
Yeah.
Let the kids build the ramps.
Yeah.
Right, a little, just something, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
You probably survive longer because nowadays you don't really use the old chlorine systems that pretty much kill everything within like 24 hours. So
Yeah.
you probably live
Yeah.
there a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To just doing a quick check on the ACEC.
You gonna do salt?
No.
No.
It's too corrosive. We're going to go with the UV ozone.
All
I'm
right,
not
so
a pool
here's
guy, but it's the salt. I just don't want. Even though the salt these days is it's such a low
Yeah.
dosage, it's still corrosive.
Yeah.
So I think that was a big
Salt
fad
water
for a
in the
while. I
pool.
think a lot of people are starting to go away from it.
Yeah.
So I was either
yeah,
going to do mineral.
Yeah, like a mineral charcoal.
Yeah, I was
kind
going to
of
do
filter.
mineral or this UV
Yeah.
ozone.
Yeah.
So it's
All
like
right, so
the
here's their-
ultraviolet light that kills
Yeah.
all the everything. So it's kind of like the same thing that the town
Well,
would
there's-
essentially.
Yep.
So we're going to go with that.
And that brown line, is that the ditch? Is that the ditch?
No, these are the contour
The
lines.
contour lines?
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, I can't really see this.
You got rare wildlife,
Yeah,
there's the third one down, if that's real.
He's,
Not sure.
So that's a yes.
what's in the Squanico? Or Squanisit?
All these, this
The hash.
diagonal lining that just showed up is,
Yeah.
I don't know which one that is, but it is in.
It's like the whole screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see if we can find out where it ends. Well, it really goes all the way
Oh, yeah.
down.
To the airfield,
Yep.
airfield farm, yeah, all the way.
There is no sandy embankment of any kind. There's,
It's about 12
Yeah.
inches of organic before you hit anything sandy.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I made sure I did a test hole last week.
See if you could dig it.
What's that?
See if you could dig it.
No, I had the pool company there, and I had my garden, and I just dug a hole like right in the center of my garden, where that is, just to see how much, like crushed stone they need to bring in, because if they have 2 feet of organic material, and it's harder for them, they need a better base to build on. So I was just trying to get an idea of what we're looking at. But yeah, it's about 10 to 12 inches of organic material, so I'm planning on saving everything.
Mhm. So do we have any prepared conditions?
We do have prepared conditions. Where I started was, all soil removed for the installation of fence posts and pool deck will be moved to outside the buffer zone the day of excavation.
Okay.
And anything else you would like to add?
Seems good to me.
Anything else? All right. Motion to issue a negative determination
And so moved?
Second.
with condition as written.
No, yes, so moved. Thanks.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay.
Thank you very much.
So they will sign that tomorrow when I'm in from 8 to 10. I will,
I can bring you a check tomorrow too.
okay,
Do
yeah,
you know how much you want? I'll bring my check with them. That's
yeah, that would be good. I completely, when I see the number, I'll say, oh, that's right, that was what the number was.
Did you want to copy? Anything else?
No, I think, I've got this map that
Yep.
shows your, and this
Yes.
plan of where the pool's going. I think that's all I need. Oh, good, clean one. Great. All right, so,
So I'll stop. And you're here?
I'm on the front corner
Perfect.
of, front door,
Great.
take a
Thank you very
left.
much. We'll see you
Good,
tomorrow.
great,
Thank you.
thanks.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, our next agenda item, request for certificate of compliance, 3 Pingree Way, file 100-092.
Yes. So we've already signed one COC for 3 Pingree Way based on possibly one of these plans. There's no way to tell what the order was for, probably infrastructure. The lot is kind of up in the middle, high and dry. Judy Schmitz spoke with the lawyer for the one side or the other, and Judy's suggestion was that we just go ahead and issue these.
Okay.
So, here's one. So I wrote it as a partial COC just for this lot.
Okay. All right.
Is that how we did the other one?
Mhm.
3 Pingree Way?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And that's how we'll continue to do them?
Yeah, I hope we don't get like 90 more of them, but, or however many houses are in Bennett's Brook.
Yeah.
And
Surprised it hasn't shown up before now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this is the title company's looking harder and longer for whatever reason. We keep getting these requests for really, really, really old orders. And sometimes the attorneys can find a plan. I ask them, please, look at the order of conditions, see if you can find the plan that's referenced. And mostly they can't. But this one did come up with some very nice, we now have these beautiful plans of Bennett's Crossing.
Good.
Robbins Road, Pingree Way, another Pingree Way. So I don't think this is the last one we'll see, but there it is.
All right. Can I have a motion to issue a partial certificate of compliance for 3 Pingree Way, file number 100-092?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
Now, this next one says assessors map 37 parcel 54. They're the same
It's the same,
thing?
it's the same thing, different set of orders for work. Let's see, the date on that one, I think, was 19...
For the first one?
The first one was 1990, the second one is 1995. And as they say, we have really no way of knowing. We don't have a file for either one of them in our filing cabinet. And they sent me a copy of the orders, which didn't get us very far.
Yeah.
Do you recall how long it took to get that development in? Is it more than 5 years?
I wasn't here.
Yeah. Neither of us were here.
That was before?
Yeah, 1995
Wow.
is a long time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's the newer of these two orders was 1995.
Wow.
Okay, our next item, request for a certificate of compliance, 3 Pingree Way, file 100-126. Same thing.
Same thing.
Have a motion to issue the partial certificate of compliance, 3 Pingree Way, 100-126.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
You're looking pleased with yourself.
Thank you.
All right. So the man in the booth is thinking he's going to get out of here early. But no, now we got discussion.
All that was just to get us warmed up.
Yeah.
Right.
Conservation analysis for open space residential development zoning bylaw.
So in your packet, you should have something that looks like this, marked up. what I have done so far is to take the text from the Southeast Wisconsin planning organization that talks about open space residential developments, and I first accepted all of Mark's suggestions and edits, and then I incorporated George's edits and suggestions, which, not surprisingly, overlapped an awful lot in the middle. And then I spoke with Jess on the phone and incorporated her thoughts on the matter.
Which included your vernal pools.
Yes.
Oh, yes, that was the comment
Yes.
at last
Yes,
meeting.
yes, yes.
Suggestion.
And I didn't say it was my idea. Bonnie's.
Bonnie
She said, Bonnie, yes,
said.
yep. It's, when you get a document to this state, it just looks like a mess. And I know once I accept all these changes, it's just gonna kind of smooth itself out. But I wanted you to see everywhere that something had changed before I went any farther, and to give Bonnie a chance to say something besides vernal pools, maybe.
Yes.
And to get John's
Yep.
thoughts on the
Give us
matter.
a couple
Yep.
suggestions. Well, I love the examples, because I think the examples,
What
the
page?
pictures say it, well, everywhere.
Okay.
You know, the figures, figure 7, figure
Yes.
8, figure 6, figure 5, figure 4. I think these are really great examples that,
Yeah, I think so too, and I think
Can we accept photos from another document without, there's no copyright issues or?
I can be in touch with them about that.
Yeah.
I think at the very end of this document, it does say something about source is Southeast Wisconsin Regional Planning Commission.
Yeah, it's noted on the first couple figures also, figure 1 and 2 there, it's noted as SEWRPC, so
Yeah.
I guess as long as we give them
Full,
kudos for it.
full and entire credit.
yeah. 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 Yeah, I think figure 1 and figure 2, is that what you were implying, Jeff? Maybe change out the figures for something a little more?
No, I'm happy with them,
Oh, okay.
as long as we can legally.
Yeah. So I think that, would it be possible to take photos of air, you know, like examples of
Maybe, but
and
the
has to
clock
be-
is ticking on this.
Yeah.
And when we get a little
Yeah, yeah.
further down in the pile, you'll see.
Okay,
So
okay.
we can't let the perfect be the enemy of the good,
Okay.
which I think we,
Plus, I think the kind of photos you'd want would be, one, aerial we can't quite do
Yeah.
unless we did Google Maps, but
Hmm.
it would be of somebody's property.
It would be,
and
yeah, you have to get
Yeah.
acceptance for that, right?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
yeah, otherwise you're giving somebody,
Yep. Yeah.
how to scope out somebody's
Right,
property.
right, exactly.
It's probably good to have Wisconsin photos.
Okay.
Well, we'll have people looking at this saying,
Huh,
where is that in air?
where's that farmland? That looks pretty nice.
And we're not the final approval on this, we're passing this on to the planning board.
We're passing this on to the planning board, but I would really like it for the planning board's sake if they don't have to dig into this too much,
Okay.
because they're really sort of overwhelmed. And I have a tentative slot on the upcoming planning board meeting this Tuesday night to just start
Wait, not this next week.
the 8th.
Okay.
whenever that
A week
is.
from Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say New Year's.
What day is today?
New
I
Year's
don't know.
Yeah,
New Year's
New Year's
Day.
Day, yeah.
This whole open space residential design is new and challenging for the planning board. So I thought if we could get this sort of in shape, even as a good draft, that I could go through some of the diagrams with them and go through the order, the design order of this sort of thing, so that we don't keep getting what we've been getting from the engineers.
Any other comments?
So one, this is just one comment, because I did pull up some other ones that seem to be, they didn't, I mean, this is great, has a lot of great content, but I'm worried that, I'm worried that, if it's too lengthy and not simplified, it might not go over as well as it
Go
should.
through.
Do you know what I mean?
Right, that's why
I'm just a
that's
little
why I said this is
concerned.
kind
I'm
of
just
a little
concerned.
wordy. And I wasn't sure, is this going to be
Yeah.
in the bylaw or
No,
referenced and they
it's gonna
have
be-
to follow?
it's going to be in the regulations. We can't change the bylaw except at town meeting,
Okay.
or the planning board can't change the bylaw except at town meeting, but they can write regulations without going to town meeting. So to have not only the now 17 things that need to be shown on a site analysis, but to really have that completely different design approach to these. You don't just lay out the road and then see how
Right,
many house
right.
lots you can get into it.
Exactly, right.
And I found this, even though it's a little bit long, it's interesting, it's well written, and then you get to the pictures.
Yeah, yeah. So the only thing I had, like, I was reading step one in my, in when I had, and I was trying to get through it.
Yeah.
Without the spaces between the
Oh,
words.
that's so weird.
Like, oh my God.
Very, very medieval,
Yes.
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 pre-Charlemagne-ic.
And I just thought it was a little wordy, and I thought maybe if we could simplify it just a little bit, it might go over a little better.
I think,
Well, it's sort of like the first couple pages are regulatory, then all the rest is sort of just explanation and guidelines.
Yeah.
I don't like reading things like this, as a
Yeah.
general rule.
Yeah.
And I had no problem getting through this.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
And for me, the pictures,
yes.
that's
It's
all I
like,
need.
it's like, oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yep. But I think you're right, Joanne, in terms of like there's a process that they have
Yes.
that they should follow.
Yes. Well,
And spelling out the process is mandatory.
well, and you'll see when we get down through the pile here a little bit, I was just handed this preliminary subdivision filing for behind Shaker Mill Pond, where even though I talked at length with John Boardman about this, he just went ahead and laid out a road and put a bunch of house lots on it. And he decided where the conservation areas were going to be, which isn't how the bylaw is written. So we have some educating to do. And,
He's gonna be unhappy.
well, he kind of jumped the gun, so,
Well, this is a new process, right? A new bylaw, and it's going to take time. I
right.
think you're right. Education. It will,
Yes.
will take some time
It
to get people,
You know,
into?
what I would say, regulations can be amended, no town meeting, they can
Right.
be amended.
Mm-hmm.
What I would say is partly because time is of the essence in getting
Mhm.
this going now,
Mm-hmm.
that, well, see what the planning board thinks,
Mhm.
and then also start with something with a little more density, and then see how, as we get responses,
Mm-hmm.
get responses from different
Mm-hmm.
developers, we can see what is necessary and what's,
Mm-hmm.
we want to, stick by,
Right,
and what can be shortened, but
right, right.
just as a means of getting it off the ground initially.
Right, right. Yeah,
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 I think it's easier to take things out than to
Mhm.
wish we
right. Then
had
just put
started
things
with
in, yeah.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, when one does a syllabus for a college course,
Mhm.
you always put in more,
Yeah,
and then everybody thinks you're great if you say, oh, don't worry about that one, don't worry about that one.
right, right. Yeah, right,
You look-
right.
You look like a nice person.
Exactly.
Um,
And you think that the developers would be ready to accept these because it's gonna make their developments look so much more appealing.
Well, these kinds of developments done in an open space manner, it really does add value to the whole project.
Sure.
Um, all the new houses share in the value that is this open space.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, it really is just good all the way around.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Just in the idea of trying to keep it brief, I just want to check to make sure that we're not repeating ourselves. So when I look at number 5, that's about lakes, ponds, streams, wetlands, blah, 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 but then 14, which was added, also says boundaries of wetlands and buffer zones. So I think things like that need to be sifted through, that we're not saying the same thing
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
And I know when I initially went through this, I tried to take that out because it seemed like it was saying the same thing. And as long as we can just say, follow the Wetlands Protections Act and identify all this stuff, boom, it's done.
Yep,
There's a whole bunch of stuff that's already identified there. They should know what we're talking about.
right.
And a lot of these bullets seemed like they were speaking about multiple things that we have covered in just that one item.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Right.
true, right, right. And then wellhead protection area, right, is in 13.
Yep.
Yep, okay, and recharge area, yep, so it's
I think number 5 has the flood,
floodplain, yeah, the 100-year,
right,
500-year.
which isn't necessarily covered in the,
Yeah,
Right, so
there
maybe
could
we
be a
keep
separate
that in, but then we
bullet.
can cross out some of the other stuff in that
Mhm.
same one, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I think
Yep.
if we went through that in that way, I think we'd be
Mhm.
fine.
yep.
yeah.
It is a lot of stuff, and I don't really expect that every single one of these plans that comes through the planning board and us will need all 17 of these things.
Right.
Because some of the plans will be for areas that don't have any wetlands on them, but the commission still gets to choose the conservation areas.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Now, I had suggested adding back in, or adding from a different one, the site context map, just to show the larger area. That's number 1 on this, but
Yep,
Yes, and, right, I think that's,
yeah, and
like,
you know,
yeah.
most things that we get from an engineer do have, you know, they have a vicinity map, either just off a USGS map, or like this one has something off Google Earth.
Right, and I would even say a little more, I would say a site context map, which including adjoining lands, maybe adjoining, something
Well,
in
and-
context to what's
I think-
adjoining.
But
I
thought
think
we were
further
gonna
down-
raise that.
Oh, you say
Yeah.
that further down?
Further down, it talks about something within
Okay.
200 feet,
Yeah,
Right.
Okay,
11.
number 11.
number 11.
Yep.
Yeah. And even on the first page, right, under step 1, the second paragraph, so inventory of existing conditions shall include all natural and human-made features. It's like, goes on to say, then it talks about floodplains, wetlands, shoreline. So again,
Yep.
we're kind of repeating what we have bulleted elsewhere, and that's what I'm thinking, follow the bullets,
Yep.
and you should be fine. Historic buildings or ruins, I mean, that's noted in here, right? We
Yep.
say that.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's what I'm thinking, if we can take some of that away.
Well, I think tightening up the bullets would be good. I think the narrative about the site analysis as a different mindset from what most engineers are used to doing.
Yep. So I pulled, I don't know where I pulled this, I think it was something out of Massachusetts from,
The Pioneer Valley
Yeah,
Planning Commission,
yeah.
I think that was a link that I sent you
Okay.
guys. Yep.
and then I did like the little, the site context map, and then at the end, there's a sentence that says, "This map enables the planning board to understand the site in relation to what is occurring on adjacent properties." So it's kind of like getting the planning board involved, by
Oh, yeah.
putting it in there,
Right.
right, the language.
Yep,
I
yep.
like that as well.
So do we want to, so where we have 1 on page 2, a site context map, should that be moved over and basically titled for number 11? So a site context map includes existing physical conditions surrounding the development parcel within 200 feet. These might include such notices as adjacent residential homes, connecting to trail networks, or view to a historic barn. Is that what we're looking for?
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe put 11 into 1,
Vice versa?
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's sort of the beginning,
Right.
the site map.
All right. And
And
Yeah,
include
kinda-
that.
Yeah.
Maybe taking it from this view, right?
Yeah.
Figure 1, saying, okay,
11.
this is where we are, this is
Yeah,
kind of what's
that's what it
around.
looks like, yeah.
And now when we get down to the property, we get more
Yes,
detail.
Yeah, more detail.
And right here is where the squirrel is.
Right, yeah, exactly, this is where that deciduous tree is.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So 11 would be included in 1.
I do like the narrative, but as an engineer, I'm gonna wanna know, all right, what do I gotta do? All right,
Right,
1,
so,
I'm
so
done.
then you, so
2,
then.
I'm done. 3,
Right,
I'm
so
done.
then you
Right.
flip the page and you've got
Right.
your, yeah, in
Right.
case you are not compelled to keep reading that first section.
Yeah.
Jess, what was the rest of that language? The planning board to understand the site.
Yeah. Understand the site in relation to what is occurring on adjacent properties.
And actually, and just to understand the site in relation to major natural resource areas or features on adjacent properties.
Yeah,
That takes
yeah,
the,
yeah.
Well, for Shaker Mill Pond, we want an engineer to look up
yeah.
enough to see that, oh, there's a golf course there.
Mm.
I think somebody's gonna have to send that to me.
Yeah. Here.
I've got.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
I can't quite, I
I
have
had
to look
also-
it up, but I
Okay.
wasn't sure if I left it at 200.
Great minds.
I think I may have.
Good.
When I originally sent that to you,
Um,
because like you said, do we
yeah,
want them to look a little further out?
yeah, well, we can change 200 to 500.
Is that okay with folks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
11?
On 11, where it says development parcel within 200 feet, I think I had increased that to 5,
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's,
knowing that we're
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
kind of somewhat rural here. 500
Yeah.
feet's really not that
Yeah.
much.
I know, it's not, right, no.
It will get the golf course noticed.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you want to be able to take advantage of that possibly.
Yeah.
For those that like that kind of thing.
Right.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, so I mean, if we're going to pull 11 and make that 1, do you want to pull 12 and make it 2 then also? Since again, that kind of is more big picture kind of thing? Or is that something people would not be able to decipher and know? mean, is that
Well-
something that they have to query the planning board and say, hey, what's going on in our area where we're planning to develop?
Well, and the planning board wouldn't necessarily know. I suppose this is kind of master plan level stuff. And maybe we don't even really need to worry about the future. Maybe we just should be concerned with the present.
Yeah,
That's the whole idea behind the Wetland Protection Act. That's worried about the future.
But there really is no way to
Is
get
there a
at
future?
future area-wide plans,
Right, right.
unless, I'm trying to think of what one might possibly be. The parking garage at the rail trail.
Devon's.
Yeah,
Devon's
Devon's, yeah, eventually
and
Devon's, yeah. It's a big one.
Yeah.
Redo at the train stop.
Right.
Whatever they're doing with the old farm that they ripped down over there on Westford Road. Does anyone know what they're doing?
Oh,
Where?
it's
Yeah,
sold to,
we do, we
Oh,
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's that place in Littleton?
it's a,
Cataldo's.
Cataldo's, yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
They're
yeah.
gonna
So they
Create
use
a
it
new-
to store like mulch and soil and, or I don't know about
Trucks.
mulch,
Yeah.
but soil and trucks and stuff, but nothing smells like pig farm anymore.
Some people don't like mulch, but I love it. My wife does.
Yeah.
So I guess then going based on what Bonnie was saying, so maybe could we put the bullets in order of grandiose down to, does that make sense?
Or the other way around. Start with specific wetland things.
Yeah, yeah.
And get bigger. I don't know which way makes more sense.
When you zoom in on Google Map, you start small and get big.
Well,
Usually
you know, I always zoom to the center of Ayer when I'm doing Mass GIS and get my bearings from there. And then I start zoomed in and then I go out. But I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I like, I mean, what you put in red, so 13, 14, 15, 16, I think definitely the boundaries of wetlands and buffer zones defined by the Mass Wetland Protection Act, that should be sort of in the, I think in the beginning somehow.
Yeah, those are
These bullets.
4 that George found in one of the other documents.
Yeah.
And
And in number 13, it should be wellhead protection zone, not protection.
Oh, protection. And then
Well, and I think I actually need to check that language to see what it is we call it here. It's zone 1 and zone 2. I don't think it's wellhead protection, although maybe it is.
Yeah, like, you know, I think this should go kind of in the beginning, and anything that, like number of 11, like the existing physical conditions surrounding the development parcel, you know, like the residential homes, the trails, the, historic barn, that kind of thing should be kind of, I think, toward the end. I think wetland-related, soil type, vegetation, wildlife habitat, that should go kind of in the beginning, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think historical structures, scenic vistas, roads, trails, that should go kind of more, kind of middle to end. I don't know, George.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just sort of prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
So like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 5 sort of all grouped together. Maybe you want to have a main heading and sub bullets or something.
So like
Yeah.
physical characteristics.
Yeah.
And what's the date you're going to the planning board meeting?
The 8th.
Note. Worthy resources that should be left protected through sensitive subdivision layouts.
Well, if we started with physical characteristics and then went to sort of the habitat and
I would say maybe resources in terms of characteristics. One.
We can do this all night.
I know.
Yeah.
I think you just have to sort of,
all right,
As
well,
long as we don't have repetition, I think that's the
Yeah.
main thing.
yeah.
And as I say, this can be amended.
Yeah.
Oh,
as-
six
as-
ways to
Once you
yeah.
start using
Yeah.
something, you see what's actually useful and what's
right.
not. And
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
Well, when I
You
go
know,
back,
It's like a paper you have to rewrite like 5 times.
Yeah,
you
well-
know?
I'll go back through this again. I didn't change any of the order of any of this. I just kind of, but it does make sense to have it in
Groupings.
clumped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'll
And then if you could, if you wanted to then send us a revised
Oh, yeah.
document next week, and then we'd have to all
Yeah.
swear on our blood oaths to make any comments by a certain time, and then before the planning board meeting.
way before the planning
Way
board
before the
meeting.
planning board
Yeah.
meeting, so that,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then that was, planning board might make a few changes anyway.
right.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Again, it's not set in concrete, it's a
Yeah.
Yeah.
regulatory.
Yeah.
document.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
So I think the other thing at the beginning, do you want to specify that these go in order, 1, 2, 3? Should that be specified?
What order? Oh, step one,
The
step two?
design process for the OSRD subdivisions will follow the 3 steps below
Right. And I think
in order, or?
well, I think I did. I think
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
step 1, site analysis and guidelines, and then there's
Okay, so step,
step 2,
yep, okay.
delineation of preservation areas.
Mhm.
Step 3, conceptual delineation
Okay.
of lot
So
and
it's spelled
street
out by
layout.
a step 1, step 2, step 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Plus there is
Alright.
verbiage in the
Yeah,
text later that says,
Yeah.
you know, we're not,
Can we add it about bringing them to the conservation so that they're not getting ahead of themselves?
Yeah.
So basically,
So-
we kind of control their speed.
Yep.
That was kind of the idea there.
So they're gonna quickly find out that this is gonna be a 2-meeting process.
Exactly. Yeah, so they're gonna come,
Yeah.
and they're gonna say, okay, this is what we found out,
Right.
and then we get to look at it. and
Right.
say, That's
Okay.
great.
Yeah. or-
Okay.
The-
yeah, or
and-
We're gonna
what?
tell you where we think you should keep stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
change, right?
Yeah.
Right. And you, Mark, had suggested that it be at a public hearing. And I don't think there's any requirement that we do that, but that certainly ups the, we're serious about this factor.
Yeah.
so if it's at a public hearing, then does that require a butter notification? Or just a legal ad in general?
I think it's just legal ad unless the law says otherwise.
Right, and I think the planning board does a butter notification for subdivisions.
So here's
Um,
one other question. Then does conservation submit recommendations to the planning board after we've
Yes.
reviewed?
Yes.
Should that be said? Since we're,
Yeah.
So is that part of 2 then? That's what I
Um,
didn't think about that. So areas proposed for preservation will be delineated and agreed to and forwarded to planning board? Something to that
I would
effect?
probably put it as 4 steps below the 1, 2, 3, well.
I think it probably belongs as part of 2.
Mm.
Mhm.
will be delineated and agreed to.
And then what the planning board makes the
Okay.
final approval, is that the idea? And then once they approve that, then they can lay out their streets, right? I think that's what we're
Okay,
getting at.
yes, I put it as part of number 2, that,
Mhm.
just that we pass on our recommendations to the planning board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right, so conservation,
Yeah, because number 3 is more planning board.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like,
condition will be forwarded to planning board.
So then, yeah, so maybe in number 3, developer shall lay out dwelling locations, lots, and roadways after, is it planning board's acceptance of the,
yeah, I would take,
right? So it's not us at the end there, I guess?
Well,
maybe I just take out a reference to either group. So lay out dwelling locations, lots, and roadways. Yeah, I don't know.
I think 3 is okay the way it is. And I put it in that order, lay out the dwelling locations, then the lots, then the roadway, because that's how this process goes all the way through. You set aside the conservation areas, then you will know how many houses you're entitled to by zoning, and then you dot those in, and then you draw house lots around them,
Yeah.
and then you connect it with a road,
yeah,
which is not the way
right,
traditional subdivision engineering
right,
works.
right.
But
Is
here-
there any limit on how much land we can require them to set aside?
Like a ratio.
That's that
Well,
ratio
it's
thing, right?
50%, but I don't know if it's a minimum of 50%. I will have to check the bylaw. And there is a formula that, that relates the percentage of upland and wetland on the mother parcel to the daughter parcel. And Mark, the planner, has this little diagram that only kind of explains that. So, for instance, if the mother parcel is 50% wetland,
Mm-hmm.
then the daughter parcel can have a certain percentage of wetland as part of the open space. But the developer can't say, oh, we're going to use the pond for the open space.
Okay,
So there is that provision in the bylaw.
okay.
So there is always a,
50% is 50% open space is what's,
excluding all wetland?
no, not excluding all wetland. If the initial parcel has a large percentage of wetland on it,
Uh-huh.
then some of that can be counted towards the open space.
Okay,
And I haven't really fully
okay.
digested Mark's little diagram.
Okay.
But they can't use all of the
Okay. All of
existing
the
wetland
existing wetland.
as
okay.
the open space for the new parcel.
Okay.
But I will check to see if it's up to 50% or a minimum of 50% or more than 50%.
Usually it's a ratio of 1 to 2, but that I've seen, most cases.
Yeah,
Except for like redeveloped. I mean, that was another question I had is, if a site was to be redeveloped, does this take into account as well for redeveloped sites? Like say you had, I don't know, like a big
parking lot.
parking lot. Yeah, thank you, George. I'm like thinking the worst case scenario. You had like a big parking lot, and then you wanted to just put houses in there.
Well, I would think that would not be one of your primary conservation areas. Wouldn't be the parking lot. So you would say, you can build the houses where the parking lot was. And we're gonna
Yeah.
conserve the part of your parcel that actually is not a parking lot.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
they had really cool cobblestone, then
Yeah.
Pay over this.
Unless you, right, you redevelop a site, you include some open space in it. You know.
One question, I'm still back on the 1, 2, 3 in the very first page.
Mhm.
After conservation's acceptance of the site analysis, and looking at the bylaw though, isn't it really planning board's acceptance? Because,
We make the recommendation to them.
right, so planning board in consultation with us shall blah, 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 in their conservation, so it doesn't seem to me though that the bylaw itself says that we have deciding power, which,
Right.
I think somewhere in there it does say that we have deciding power. Because how would the planning board know
yeah,
without our input?
but I think it's we're consultatory power as opposed to
Like signing off.
Right.
signing
Signing
off.
off power.
Yeah. So I just don't want to
Or consulted.
overstate that.
Right.
Yeah.
They're accountable, I
Yeah.
suppose, right?
Looking at it, because it's like, in order to enable the planning board to determine whether or not a proposed OSRD satisfies the purposes, blah, blah, blah. Prior to filing an application, the applicant is encouraged to meet with the planning board to discuss the conservation resources on the site. Yeah, it's like it's language in the bylaw itself puts the power of, seems to have word the power as being in planning board's hands.
Okay, well, so
So-
number 2 here says, developer shall review and seek acceptance of the site analysis.
Where are you?
Number 2, this number 2,
It's the acceptance of this.
the site analysis. So
Yeah.
the site analysis is the first thing that happens before the
Right.
conservation areas are picked out.
Right. And then we pass on our recommendations to the
Well,
planning
then,
board.
so they bring the site analysis, we say, what about the wetlands? We say, didn't you forget that big giant oak tree standing out in the middle of the field? So we're looking hard at the site analysis to make sure they've
Right,
got
yeah.
everything
Yeah,
called out.
okay.
And then areas proposed for preservation will be delineated and agreed to. So we get to draw, that's the next diagram in our process. The first diagram is the site analysis. The second diagram is conservation, is the preserved areas plan. So that's where we
Yeah.
get to look at the site analysis and draw a circle saying, these are the areas that we're recommending.
And at the end of 2, then that's where, so that they're agreed to and forwarded to the planning board.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
so
recommendations.
maybe,
Yep.
So we'll
So
send that
it's
along
more
to
than
them.
in number 3,
yeah, maybe recommended,
yeah, where it says
recommended.
developer shall lay out whatever after our acceptance of the site analysis and agreed delineation. I mean, that's where I would probably pivot to
Yeah,
referring to the
planning
planning
board.
board,
Mhm.
not to us there.
Yep.
Yeah, so take
Because if I
Conservation
were-
Commission out, put planning board in.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well,
Yeah.
so the
'Cause I-
commission's acceptance of this site analysis and recommendation to planning board of preservation areas. Because we still get to say whether the site analysis is appropriate or not.
We can say that, the planning
Right.
board isn't bound by it, though.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
Well,
they
the
can
site
say,
analysis, not the choice of the preservation areas. Those are two different things.
But that's a thing to check then, because I don't know that we have that.
right, I think what Jess is saying is the planning board's asking us for recommendation, more than likely they'll agree to it, but we might say, don't cut down that big oak tree, and they might be, that's ridiculous, go ahead, cut the oak tree down, that's fine.
Right. Yeah,
That
because the
kind of stuff, right? So
bylaw, the
they'll
bylaw
look- they
itself
might
doesn't
change
give
things
us.
that
Well,
we
they might
decide
change things about the preservation areas, but they can't change anything about the site analysis. That's just calling out
Oh, Yeah,
where the wetlands are, where the uplands are, where the
Yeah,
trees are, where the
that's-
stone
Right,
walls
right,
are.
right.
That's the site analysis. That's
Yeah.
not,
right. But number 3 reads, the developer lays out dwelling locations based on our acceptance of the site analysis. And while I'd love to have that power,
well, we still do have that power, but I think it's after the Conservation
We have a disagreement
Commission's.
but again, like, it's, the layout is something that the planning board winds up okaying. And they can choose,
Yeah, but that's not the site analysis.
right, but this
Yeah.
is the thing, the thing here says 2 different things, so.
Yeah,
It
so we
says
have to,
after the acceptance of the site analysis, and it's the agreed delineation for preserved open space.
I think it needs to
Mhm.
say the commission's acceptance of the site analysis and recommendation to the planning board of preservation areas. Because we
Okay.
still do get to say whether
Right.
we accept the site analysis or not.
Right, and that's the
Right.
first sentence of
Yeah.
2. It says
Yeah.
acceptance of
Yeah.
site analysis at a public hearing,
Um,
regularly scheduled commission.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
we could even say during regular, or acceptance by the Conservation Commission of the site analysis at a public hearing held during the regularly scheduled Conservation Commission meeting. The next sentence then says, areas proposed for preservation
Right,
will be delineated and agreed to and forwarded to the planning board.
right. And then in 3, so we still get to keep commission's acceptance of the site analysis, and then we add, and recommendation for preservation areas to the planning board, or something along those lines.
All right, so then roadways after planning board's acceptance of agreed delineation, preserved area, preserved open space. Take out the site analysis in the 3rd thing, because we've already agreed to it in 2.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So take out site analysis in number 3 and just make it planning board's acceptance of the delineated preserved open space.
Yeah, we can, that accomplishes the same thing.
Right.
Yep.
And again, I guess based on what Jess would be saying is that the planning board could say, you know, we picked 10 1-acre plots on the property to be preserved.
Yeah.
They might say, no, just make it these 9.
Yeah.
That 10th one,
Mhm.
don't use that, or go ahead and use that for a site. So, although, you know, the developer, quote unquote, agreed to it in 2 also, but for whatever reason, the planning board could change whatever we both agreed to.
Well,
It,
when you say agreed to, do we have to get the developer to agree with us, or can we
I
just?
don't think so,
we
because
need-
I assume we'll be fought on a few things.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And that's where we make the recommendation to the planning board. The developer may go to the planning board and say, and then the planning board goes, looks at our recommendations, looks at their claims,
Oh, I
and makes its
know.
own decision.
I
So we
know,
don't
and
want
this
to
is-
overstate.
This
Yeah,
is this is the Achilles heel of this
Mhm.
whole thing,
Yeah.
is the planning board, honestly.
But that's where we don't want to overstate, because, and especially if it looks like we're abrogating authority to ourselves that's not in the zoning bylaw.
Mhm.
And you don't want to tick off planning board, a future planning board that says, oh, well, let's cut them out of, cut conservation out of the process. Or,
Well,
Which is what's happening already right here. We have
Right.
been cut out of the
Yeah.
process.
So areas proposed for preservation will be delineated by Conservation Commission and forwarded to the planning board.
yeah,
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 Yep.
yeah.
so you have to send that wording to Joanne then.
That's right.
Or say it again slowly. Areas for
Areas proposed for preservation
proposed.
will be delineated by the Conservation Commission.
How about will be recommended?
Sure. Will be
Recommended.
recommended by
That-
the Conservation Commission.
Yeah, that goes to Jess's point
Yeah.
about not,
Softens it.
yeah.
Yep, that's good.
Yeah.
Will be
And forwarded
recommended.
to the planning board.
Right.
Because believe me, I want the deciding power,
I know.
but we don't
We
have
can't
it. It
take
can be a
it.
challenge.
Right.
Yeah.
And especially from a
Right.
bylaw perspective.
We want it,
But
any
Okay.
Nothing?
No,
Okay.
no, I think it's, you're right, I think
Yeah.
we want this to work, so I
Yeah.
think we need to figure out the most optimal way to get it to work successfully.
Yeah, and the idea behind the agreed to was that it's a working together with the developer kind of.
Right,
Mhm.
yeah.
And or
Ideally.
the public at the
Ideally,
time,
right.
right? Because at the end of it all,
Right,
somebody might, on the planning board, could very well
Right.
listen to somebody
Right.
in the audience that says,
Right.
yeah, we don't want this at all. So
right, right. And Joanne, like you said before, this is gonna take time.
Oh,
because
it is,
it's-
it is.
It's not, these
I know.
guys,
This is
they're gonna be
new.
still
This is,
trying to
of course they are.
get it done the old-fashioned way,
Yeah.
and,
So
it's
how
gonna be
about-
pushback, pushback,
How about if
pushback.
we have number 3 say, areas proposed for preservation will be recommended by Conservation Commission and forwarded to the planning board. The developer shall then lay out dwelling locations, lots, and roadways.
it has to be after the planning board's agreement, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, they'll have to lay it out after the planning board approves,
yeah.
or actually, they would be the ones that would delineate it then too, right?
We're gonna put the stamp on the delineation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like, I look at it this way, we are helping the developer delineate,
Mm-hmm.
and we're saying, okay, this looks great. Now go to the planning board, get the stamp of approval, and then lay out your roads, put your house lots in, and then,
Well, lay out your house sites,
or lay out,
lay out your
according-
lots, then put your road on the
yeah,
plan.
then put your,
Right.
right, according to this.
Right, and
delineation.
I'd like to have that up front in the document and keep
Mhm.
repeating it. These are the steps.
Mhm.
Um, so we don't get what I'm gonna show you on
Right.
Shaker Road
Yeah.
too many times.
Well,
All right.
with Shaker Road, I mean, it's easy to say, no,
Mhm. Well,
it's all right.
and
No
yeah.
is an easy word.
yes, it's a very easy word.
Have you seen those buttons that you can buy? Have you seen those?
Yes.
There's a no button.
There is a no button?
No. 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 No, 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 no. We could get a button. Give it to
You
George.
got one.
We don't need a button, we have Jess.
That's right.
Well, how about if I clean this up as best I can, given
Yeah.
what I've got?
Okay.
And I'll
Yeah.
send it to you all as soon as I can.
Yep.
And we'll see if we can't make it into something that makes sense.
Okay, one other little thing on number 2, the first sentence. Should that say, the developer shall seek review and acceptance rather than shall review and seek acceptance?
So, shall seek acceptance and review?
Seek review and,
review
Seek-
and
seek.
review.
Seek review and
And
acceptance. Okay, yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
say that again?
shall seek review and acceptance rather than the developer shall review and seek acceptance.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
because
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a whole
we're the ones who review
meaning.
their site
Mhm.
analysis.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
well,
Yep.
And then the planning board has to agree to, accept our recommendations or, work with, not do anything without our recommendations.
right.
They don't have to agree with our recommendations, but they shouldn't proceed without having received them.
Well, so how about if we jump ahead in my pile of stuff and to something that you don't all yet have a copy of, because I just got it this afternoon. This is the preliminary subdivision filing for Shaker Road. They did Oxbow did a conservation analysis and somewhat of a site assessment on this, and gave it to the developer and to the engineer, John Boardman, who then laid out a road and house lots and houses and assumed what the conservation areas would be. I wish I had time to put this up on the big board.
Well,
But
this is just for,
We
We
can
can't-
have a detailed discussion.
yeah,
yeah. So the gray is the existing gravel road, and so you can see where they put the new road. The house lots on the pond side are all half in the buffer zone. And we didn't have any chance to have input on this. So that's what it would be good to avoid going forward. This is just the preliminary subdivision plan. This isn't the definitive plan. So I don't really know what their thinking is. It could be that they said, well, let's just see what they say. And unfortunately, the planning board is likely to say, that looks good.
So, question would be, to also have on the record is, to what degree is this development, subdivision bound by the new zoning bylaw?
This one, the Shaker Road, is completely bound by the new zoning bylaw,
Okay.
including the proportion of the open space that can be wetland.
Okay.
The Littleton Road one came in before the vote at town meeting, so that one's not bound by the percentage of open space that can be wetland.
Which one is not bound?
This
Okay.
one, yeah.
Okay, because I blanked on hearing that before. What is the percentage?
I can't say with 100% certainty.
Okay.
There is a, Mark has this
Yeah,
little.
so maybe that's our
chart.
homework. Our homework is to read the new bylaw,
Page 93 on.
page 93.
Yeah. Well,
If they go on the town website, right?
yeah, it's town website, it's, click on the bylaws,
Yeah.
it starts on page 93,
Okay, okay,
which I was looking at.
Good.
okay, okay.
Road.
So, these just keep coming. These subdivisions just keep coming, and the sooner we can get our list of requirements and start educating the engineers and actually pick out the conservation areas on these plans, the better off everything is going to work.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So the Littleton Road, I think, did I give you all a copy of the conservation analysis that Oxbow did? Really just kind of on the fly, because they had no instruction from anybody really as to how to do one.
so we're done with this one.
Yep.
All right.
Is it two-sided or?
It is two-sided.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I'm looking at page numbers going 4, 6.
Yep,
8.
so you've got half of it. The copier and I don't always see eye to eye, especially when I'm sending something to it. If I stand there and feed it in, I have a better outcome usually.
So they're not bound by the bylaw, but yet they did a conservation analysis?
They're not, they had to do a conservation analysis. The part of the bylaw they're not bound by
The
is
percentage thing.
percentage of open space that is actually wet. So if you look at their plan, this is another preliminary subdivision plan. I've marked this up already, so the green, the bright green, is what they're proposing as the wetland. We have this somewhere. There it is, yeah, second page of that. And as you can see, most of it is within the wetland flags.
And the 100-foot is the green as well?
Yep.
And are there any houses currently that are going, or they're all staying?
I think if
All
you,
the
if you
current
look,
houses?
if you look closely, some of them are going, some of them are staying. I think lots B and C in the lower right-hand corner are being built because one existing house is being torn down. And then anything that looks like sort of a ghostly shadow of a house, I think those are existing houses that will remain.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what, now that I'm looking more closely at this, their proposed open space follows the back lot lines of all the proposed houses.
Uh-huh.
And my idea for what to ask for open space was the 100-foot.
Mm-hmm.
And talking with the other land use people in the building, we thought if the developer turned the houses so the gable end was facing towards the street and had a house that mimicked the shape of the house lot instead of went at cross purposes to it,
Uh-huh.
that you could then pull that back lot line in, because one of the things that the new bylaw allows you to do is have a smaller square footage for your house lot than
Right.
is required by existing zoning. So we could pull the house lots in, leaving more space for the open space.
Mm-hmm.
The way this is laid out now, there's no way to get to the open space. It's completely blocked in.
Mm.
So I've put some blue corridor ways, kind of. They could go anywhere. They don't really need to be between those three houses.
So these blue lines are yours?
Yes, the blue,
Okay.
the blue and the purple. Yep. Yeah, it seems why have open space if nobody can get to it except by going through somebody else's yard?
Right.
So for this one, unfortunately, we're stuck with most of the open space being water.
Yeah. And in this new bylaw with the open space, is that open space supposed to be accessible to all residents? Or is it?
At least the residents of the development.
residents
I
of
don't
the
know if
Yeah.
there's a conservation restrictions situation that somebody's, and there again, we're not really set up to take conservation restrictions because
Yeah.
we can't do the baseline documentation, we can't monitor them.
Mm.
I did have a really good meeting with the executive director of North County Land Trust,
Mm-hmm.
who is going to try to figure out a way to help us.
Mm-hmm.
And, but we don't know how that's going to work just yet.
So this one is not bound?
The percentage of open space that can be water, this is not bound to that. Yep.
But the stuff that you delineated in the blue is things that we can comment and recommend.
Yes.
So I don't totally agree with how you position some of these houses, because I wouldn't want to have my family room looking out onto somebody else's in front of their house. But there's definitely different ways of moving things around, I would agree. So like in lot 7, if you position such that the back of the house looks over the stormwater management area, and sort of placed on an angle of some sort, with the garage coming off on the left towards lot 6.
Yeah.
That might make more visually appealing,
Yep.
but yet set back further. And then
And
between
I was-
7 and 8, is that a storm drain? Is that the idea there?
Yes, because the storm drains are going to go right in the buffer zone.
So if they made that the access area, people could walk over the top of that, because it's going to be grassed, I assume, right, of some sort?
Well, it's probably going to be an easement on somebody's property, so it's still private property. It just has a storm drain underneath the ground.
Yeah, but if you shifted lot 8 over, right, so instead of the access area you're showing, if you essentially made that area the access area instead, right, you'd prove it. Kind of serves two purposes, right?
Right.
It's going to be a
Yeah.
storm drain easement anyways, you may as well allow people access through that spot, right?
Because you're going to need to drive back to maintain the basin.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, yep. But it still is an easement over somebody's private property. My suggestion is to make part of the open space come right to the edge of the road, so that it's not anybody's property.
Right.
And they can be anywhere. It actually probably makes more sense to have one between lot 6 and 7 and one much closer to Littleton Road somewhere, so that you could walk to the end of the cul-de-sac, walk all the way through what little dry land there is, and then get back to the new road between.
Walk your dog.
Yeah, yep.
I think I found the percentages section.
Oh, good. Is there a little diagram? Okay.
Minimum preserved open space.
Minimum, so it is minimum, okay.
The plan shall show that at least 50% of the tract will be preserved by a conservation restriction for a tract of land served by public sewer, or 40% if the tract of land is not served by sewer. The proportion of jurisdictional wetlands and steep slopes as defined below, which can be included in the minimum required preserved area of open space, shall be directly proportional, 1-to-1, to the percentage of such areas found in the parent parcel. For example, if jurisdictional wetlands and steep slopes comprise 25% of the parent parcel, then up to 25% of the required protected open space can contain such jurisdictional wetlands and steep slopes.
So 25% if that's.
Well, if that's whatever the percentage is in
Yeah.
the parent parcel,
Yeah.
which could be 33%.
Or 50%,
Or 12%,
or
or whatever.
75%.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is he has this, this little 4-block diagram that I will get a copy of. So at least 50%, it could be more than 50%.
Minimum 50%.
Yep. So this one on Littleton Road, I think there's very little we can do. I would recommend, though, having the open space extend to the new road between houses.
What's happening, you got X's on 11 and 12.
That's just
Oh,
a
so, there's a real dislike for these back lots. So you'll have the front of somebody's house looking into the back of somebody else's house. If they can use that tiny minimum frontage to get that hammerhead style lot.
And where's the driveway? Is it between the two houses?
Yeah, 11 and 12 are like right next to each
No,
other,
the-
just coming up from the road.
Yeah, how
Well-
do you get the driveway into lot 3?
Yeah, that's coming along right
Well,
over the
it's
top
like
of
a-
lot 2.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it's
So
between
it's
lot
got,
2 and lot 4?
Right.
it has 30 feet of frontage on the new road, and that's where the driveway would go for lot
30 feet, I
3.
see, yeah.
And lots
Mm.
11 and 12 would probably have a
Mm.
shared driveway.
Yeah, why couldn't they just shift lot
Mm.
4's home down some and just create a driveway off of the cul-de-sac into lot 3 instead? That just seems odd.
Yeah, that's a planning board
Mm.
thing, and this is, I don't know, they're not taking advantage of being able to have much smaller house lots
Mm.
under this new bylaw,
Right.
Mhm.
especially if they're orienting the house the long way.
Mhm.
So the planning board is working on those hammerhead lots. The planner doesn't like those at all. And I think what they would need from us at this point is the location of the green line. And the 100-foot buffers seem to be a reasonable place to ask ask for the entire 100-foot to be part of the open space.
So if you do that, then lot 7, or lot 8 and 9 pretty much become unbuildable then, right?
No, because you can absolutely
true.
build in the buffer zone, but it's a good reason to make those lots smaller. And the bylaw gives them the option to have the back lot line be where I've drawn it instead of where they've drawn it. So very little of those 2 lots would be in the buffer zone.
I see.
So, what's our timetable?
Cal Goldsmith is waiting, so as soon as possible,
Oh.
he would like our recommendation.
It would be nice if we had a chance to go out and walk around out there.
Yep.
And I think it'd be nice if Oxbow came in and presented this to us.
Yes. That too. Okay. I can request those things from them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Assuming it doesn't snow, what's people's availability in January for a sidewalk?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have no
If it
snow
ever
yet, so
snows,
Yeah.
yeah.
actually, and the wet is probably fairly frozen-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, today.
Whatever tomorrow.
Yeah.
But then
the day after.
another day it
Yeah,
might
give it
get
a
hard
day.
again. Yeah.
You want to set a date
Sure.
for this?
Can't do the 12th.
So we can walk before having Oxbow come talk to us?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should,
Oh, okay.
so we have more questions.
Mm,
So we know where that big oak tree is.
that's right.
There's a big oak tree.
I think not on this one, but you
Yeah.
never know. There might be stone walls and
Yeah.
ruins and,
Yeah.
and,
And a bear den.
yes,
Petrol.
and 6 vernal pools and
Yeah, you never know.
Whatnot.
You never
You-
know.
you
what's-
don't-
I
you
mean,
don't
look
know.
how woody it is back there, you know?
The archaeological findings.
Yeah. So the 5th, the 12th, the 19th, or the 26th.
I could do the 5th. I cannot do the 12th.
So we should probably do it
I'm
before.
pathetic, I could do all of these.
I know, me too.
It's
Although doing
January.
it-
Let's all be pathetic.
Doing it
If they're
sooner
early.
in January would be
Ish.
better,
Yeah.
just all the way.
What?
Doing it sooner in
Yeah.
January
Yeah.
Yeah.
would be better if we could manage that.
Mm-hmm.
5th?
The 5th?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time?
9?
9? Not 6?
Yeah.
It's still dark at
still
6.
Oh, 9 a.m. And where would we meet or park?
I think this is right across the street practically from Shaker Road, so,
Park over
Park on
Shaker
Shaker
Road.
Road.
yep.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Another pen bites the dust.
Whoa.
It's Lifeblood ink. Donated to the town of Ayer.
My goodness.
Minutes.
You must buy cheap pens.
I like
Or she
these
writes a
pens.
lot.
I think it's like 1 millimeter.
I think it's the latter. All right, I have to grab it again.
What of each?
Oh, I know. I need some sugar.
Okay.
I'm good, thanks.
Are you sure?
I am.
So what's next? Are these office updates?
Yep.
We have office updates.
I don't have pictures to go with office updates, but I do have a few office updates. You ready for office updates, George?
Yes.
Where are the office updates written? We don't have written.
No Mondo pad, nothing in writing. It's like me telling you a story.
Okay.
Once upon a time, there was someone who applied for permission to build an accessory structure in the industrial park at 21 Westford Road. And this is one of those industrial sites that's smack dab over the aquifer. And looking at, we could probably look at it on Google Earth if you wanted to. There must be 80 trailers from tractor trailers parked there. And for some reason they want to build a shed. And Bridget, the Neshoba Associated Boards of Health agent, is saying no because they can't tell her what they're going to store in the shed.
Oh, and because it's on the aquifer?
Because it's on the aquifer. And so they could basically store paper in the shed. And I don't really know where that's going to go, but they said, well, what does conservation think about this? And I said, well, you know, one of the protected interests of the act is groundwater. And yet it's the Board of Health who gets to make recommendations about things being built on top of the aquifer. So I don't know if we want to enter that arena or have any thoughts on a mystery shed in an industrial park on top of the aquifer.
Is this all paved, though?
It is all
It's all
paved.
paved, right?
Yeah. With things dripping hydraulic fluid.
Into storm drains that go where?
I don't know.
Why do they want to build a shed if they don't know what they want to put inside?
Well, you know, that's nobody knows. These are,
I mean, I would think DPW would have a bigger say in what goes over the aquifer since their wellheads are pulling out of the aquifer.
well, and, you know, one of the protected interests of the act is groundwater. That's the aquifer.
Yeah.
So,
But if Bridget's already said no, what do we add by jumping in?
stereo.
Okay.
Stereo.
But we can only protect groundwater where it's in an area otherwise under our jurisdiction.
Yeah,
So if it's in the upland, we have no jurisdiction to.
right.
Right.
Which made me wonder
Right.
why that is. Why do we not have jurisdiction over groundwater and,
Everywhere?
yeah,
'Cause then
everywhere.
then everything would be jurisdictional to us.
Yep. I'm trying to find, where is West?
Eventually, there's water down there somewhere.
Yeah.
Westford's up a little bit.
There's, that's Willow Road,
Willow, keep going
so
up.
where is the industrial park?
So it's up above, go upper right?
So is that Willow
Upper
Road or
right.
Westford Road then?
That's Willow.
Yeah.
Keep going. Take a right.
And take a right.
That's Westford.
Okay,
See that little pond
Okay.
there?
yeah,
So the wellhead is right.
is in here,
Yeah, it's right
Yeah.
in there.
yeah.
And that's all wetland.
So, let,
Yeah, but it's-
And there's a
Maybe
little,
it has to be
there's a little
way-
pond there that's surrounded by industrial and pavement.
But 21 has got to be way down here by the condos
It's
there, right?
probably,
Yeah.
it's probably this
It's
parcel.
that parcel?
I think it is. So let's make it a little bigger and go to satellite.
Or maybe it's
So it's this.
Are those house numbers or no, lot
Oh,
numbers?
there's all those things.
It's this.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah, there's the 21. Okay.
Yeah.
and they want to put the shed right here.
So the first question is, regardless of our wants to have jurisdiction over the world,
Yes.
according to the Act, is it jurisdictional,
Right.
Yeah.
as George said?
So it's drinking water and groundwater, and then, or public water supply and groundwater, and then there's a separate one for groundwater.
But there's no wetland or buffer zone there.
Yeah, so it's not ours.
I don't know what's in this treed. I don't know what's in here. And where does the stormwater go?
That would be DPW,
Yep,
unless there were wetlands
yep.
in proximity.
Well, here's the,
And
I don't
that's
know if this is the
both.
official map, but here's where the little pool is and the little stream that runs out of that little potential vernal pool, which is the pond, which is
Oh.
that little pond right up there.
That's that little red dot.
Yeah. I think there is a,
kind of. So here's Willow Road, here's Westford Road.
Yeah,
Sounds like it's,
yeah. So that might be this.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then all the milling, I mean, all of that is wetland.
yep.
yeah.
All right, well, moving along, Peroni Park.
Well, so can we conclude that so we don't really have anything else to say on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peroni Park, the contractor has been back a number of times to restore the erosion controls next to the path. And I think they still probably have one more trip. So we're keeping an eye on that.
And it's the contractor who's doing that?
Yep.
Okay.
When it actually snows, I'm assuming somebody, such as the DPW, will be plowing it? Or will they be blowing, snow blowing it?
The path itself?
Yeah.
I don't know. It would be nice if it was kept open.
So, I guess
Um,
hopefully they're not plowing it onto the,
It would be nice if it was kept open. I would be surprised if it's kept open. Yeah.
That's too narrow to plow, isn't it?
Well, they'd have a sidewalk.
Yeah.
They'd have a sidewalk plow.
We have a blower, don't we? Snow,
Yeah,
like sidewalk blower that they do, right?
I think that's entering into the attractive nuisance, because we're not going to keep it sanded and salted, and so they blow the snow off it, and then it's a sheet of ice. I can ask Jeff if he has any plans to keep it open.
That's a lot of path to keep open.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you're gonna be thrilled about doing that. Yeah,
So 217 West Main Street, I drove by there on my way home from somewhere yesterday. Calvin did get his paving in. And in your packet is a memorandum from Mark Wetzel about Calvin's seeking a certificate of occupancy for those two buildings that are up right now. And I keep recommending to the town planner that he just say no. And I don't know what his actual reluctance is, but there seems to be reluctance. So he did ask Mark Wetzel, and Mark Wetzel said no, based on all these reasons. I'm a little concerned because Mark also is intimating that the site is not stable, and I hope he doesn't mean that from a wetlands perspective. And I don't know. I think from our perspective, the site's okay.
yeah.
The erosion controls are in, and so I think we're all going over there Monday, and then we're having a meeting Monday about this. I never in a million years thought Calvin's asking us if he could pave was going to lead to his asking for a certificate of occupancy.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that as a possibility. But I think the answer to his question is going to be no.
Try.
Yeah, and he'll be fine if they say no. He can get back to the project in the spring and get it finished, and then he'll be ready to go.
It's a warm winter.
So who makes the decision on that? Is that the town
Charlie.
planner or Charlie makes?
Yep.
And the town planner though is waffling on it, but you know where Charlie's come down on it?
I haven't seen Charlie for days, so no, I don't know where he sits on it. It seems like Mark Wetzel is going to be the voice here. And
Sure.
yeah, he can be the sheriff. So that's all there is about that. I know 231 Snake Hill Road has been wondering what to have the signs on the posts say. And I have looked for some language in files of other things, and I finally just went over on Holly Ridge Road and took a picture of the ones that are over there. But I'm not sure we want them to say Town of Ayer, because
It's not town property.
it's not town property. But this is a good-looking sign.
Yeah,
The cattails are a nice touch.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to come up with language for this.
I would just put wetland buffer across the top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No disturbance
And
beyond
leave
this
the bottom.
point. Maybe wetland buffer resource area.
Ah,
yeah.
yeah.
You need a buffer, can it just be wetland resource area? Or is it because it's in the buffer?
Wetland.
It's buffer over.
Balances out the top and the bottom.
Buffer here.
You say wetland resource.
I don't know, resource area might be
I think
misconstrued.
it's big WR.
Oh, it's my resource area. I can use
No.
it as a resource.
Wetland buffer.
I'm sorry, but some people
Well,
think that
it could
way.
also say
But they're
wetland
telling you
buffer,
anyway,
wetland
right?
buffer.
Say that again?
It could say wetland buffer across the top and wetland buffer around the bottom too.
It's a tactile.
What do you guys think?
Does it
So-
need to have, does it need to have some directions, like wetland buffer, do not disturb? or-
Well, it
or
says
in the
no
middle.
It does,
access?
yeah.
The
no
middle
disturbance.
says no disturbance beyond this
Oh,
point.
that's pretty clear.
Yeah. So the berm at 231 Snake Hill Road is not really the wetland buffer because the whole house lot is in
Yeah.
the buffer. It's the, that one might be a wetland resource. No disturbance beyond this point, wetland resource,
Yeah,
just in case they miss it
Yeah.
the first time.
Yeah.
yeah. I'd also like to say no dumping.
Oh, yeah.
No
Yeah.
dumping beyond this point?
Mm, mm.
Or wetland buffer, no dumping, no disturbance beyond this point?
What if it was wetland buffer, no dumping, no disturbance?
I like that.
Okay, so say that again.
Wetland buffer or wetland resource is in the middle.
Yeah,
And then around the edge, it says no dumping, and no disturbance beyond this point.
and that would be the same exact thing that could go on the posts at Pingree Hill, because that would all be true over there too.
Mhm.
Yep. And the cattails, we keep the cattails.
Mm,
Cattails are pretty nice.
yeah.
What do they mean?
Well, so I had the sales guy from the Department of Corrections sign shop
Yeah.
come in.
Mm.
So they would be heavy gauge sheet aluminum, and they do square very easily. They don't do round as easily, and we just have to get them the PDF of the artwork.
Okay.
And then I could get.
Stenciled on? Or just get s-
No, I think it's
Painted?
printed. It's
Printed?
somehow
Somehow
printed, painted.
Yeah, I think it's laminate or something.
Yeah.
It might be that too.
So actually, we need a suggestion of the square thing, the
Mhm.
square design, and then.
Well, I thought I would call him and have a chat with him, and it might make sense for us to order them and have the people who need signs on posts buy them from us,
Yeah,
reimburse us
Mhm.
for them,
yeah.
and then they'd be consistent and we'd have them.
Yep. I know we, in the orders, we have quite a few
Mm-hmm.
up there,
Mhm.
Pingree Hill, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm.
The larger
Be
orders.
sure to check with treasurer or accountant or whoever, so we don't run afoul of some.
Obscure.
Are you leaving beyond this point on that then too? So wetland resource beyond this point, no disturbance, no buffer, or no whatever?
Yeah,
No.
no dumping, no disturbance beyond this point.
Yeah,
yeah.
beyond this point,
I
yeah.
think dumping's a good addition,
Yeah,
'cause
no leaf
No, I like
dumping.
the
Christmas
dumping thing.
trees.
Yeah, Christmas trees.
Grass
Just
clippings,
beyond this
just,
point thing, yeah.
yeah.
Old refrigerators.
Mhm.
Well, so if it said in the middle, wetland resource beyond this point,
Couches.
no disturbance, no dumping,
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
it might fit better.
Yeah.
On somebody's property.
You've talked to
I don't
Kim
know
Becker,
who
haven't
it
you?
is, but
Hmm?
that old
You've talked to
couch,
Kim
an
Becker
older couch,
before?
No,
An
Oh,
old wash machine.
she lives up on Pleasant Street. She's a graphic artist. She's done work for us,
oh,
Just there.
okay,
for the Greenway.
okay. Kim Becker?
Yeah.
They used to do.
Pleasant
The effort
Street.
that it
Yeah.
took to get that stuff back there.
I'll give you her email.
Okay, good.
Put it in the back of the tractor.
You just haul it down there.
It's neat to look at. I mean, in reason, we used to go hunting out of my uncle's old property and we go back and you find the stuff in the back and you're
Wait,
like,
wait.
oh, this
Oh,
old
get a
bottle,
couch,
check out
yeah.
this old Coke can, you know. It's neat. It's like a treasure.
And the end of the story, since this is the office update story, is that the sheriff called DEP about the oil spill. And because this is the week when nothing happens, I left a message for Jay Ward. He didn't call me back. I sent him an email. He hasn't written back. I'll try again tomorrow. I'm suspecting that maybe by the middle of next week,
They'll be back on the site again.
he'll be back. Did you all read Paul's comments about the cleanup? I haven't been down there for 10 days or so. I did get Omni's latest weekly update, and it doesn't sound like they're making very much progress. So I will get over there. Sometime next week, Monday, I think we're here half a day.
Are you?
Yeah, I know.
Is it because of the weather? They're not making
Holidays.
progress?
I don't know.
Holidays.
And the holidays and yeah, I don't know.
Could be like so many places, people have to use up vacation or else they don't get it, you know, they don't get the carryover. So
Yeah.
might be one of those things, just
Yep.
like the bodies.
And they lived happily ever after. That's the end of the story. Yep, that's it for updates.
What about lot 6 and 7?
Oh, lot 6 and 7, yep, so you have a copy of the violation notice that I sent to our young developer.
Wow.
And I wanted to give you a copy of the plan so that you could see
Wow.
what he's up to, and
I'm kind of in shock.
Is this in?
yeah, they were approval not required lots. He had the frontage.
I
and-
know, but the house, the proposed two-family dwelling, the last house on the left is, the left-hand corner is right on the
Alright.
flagging.
Right, which it can be because we don't have a bylaw. We've got places in Pingree Hill that are,
Can I just clarify, when something's an A&R lot, that doesn't apply to us though, does it?
no,
Right, it just applies to
planning
planning. Yeah.
board thing.
So, he needed permission from us for these two lots.
Yep.
Yeah, lot 7.
Have they begun clearing?
Well, it's just a gigantic grassy swath. Here, we can look at it from the
It's
sky.
like north like this. Like north is up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this, the Shaker Road, if you remember, just, you go down Shaker Road and then, go around, that goes to the golf.
Yeah.
Turns, right?
Yeah,
that
it
was
turns right
okay.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And I'm sure there's drainage from this little wetland, probably
it's
underneath
right-
the street.
It's right here.
Into
It's
the-
this whole grassy, there's a house right
Oh,
here
okay.
that
Yeah.
that he's purchased and is tearing down,
Yeah.
and he just,
Where's lots 6 and 7 roughly on there?
right here.
Right at
Yeah.
the border of Harvard.
Yeah.
and- Yeah.
And the wetlands are mostly in Harvard. There's a little
Yeah.
teeny corner of, although it doesn't, I don't know how, I've been over there and,
Oh, yeah, you can see it there now.
yeah, I don't know, this is something,
So right across the street is, well, no, not the street,
Yeah, there's just a town line,
the county line.
county line.
That's all.
and- right, the town
Yeah,
and county
Ayer,
line is
Harvard,
right
yeah.
there, yep.
Mhm.
So he's stripped the loam off all of this,
Yeah.
which means that he was doing work in the buffer zone without a permit. And when I called him, he said, "Oh, I thought I was going to get yelled at for doing that."
Nice.
Yeah, he's young. He's,
Gonna pay some dues.
yeah. So then I talked to Kevin Conover, who's his engineer at Ross Associates. And Kevin said, yes, we will be filing notices of intent. We
But they're
know.
already cleared.
Well, there wasn't anything too clear. They just,
Okay,
they
they
just pushed
stripped
up
the
the,
loam.
it's all still there. It's just in a great big pile right here. And there's a big puddle now, of course, right here, because,
What was it, a field? Before?
Yeah,
Yeah,
one big, yeah, an open
kinda like a
field,
big wall.
yeah, I think it was all farmland at one point in time,
Yeah,
like on both sides of Shaker Road.
yeah.
well, this is Madigan Lime right here.
Yeah, yeah. An odd swimming pool right there, smack in the middle, that never gets used. An in-ground pool, that thing right there.
Yeah.
Why not they use it?
The little kidney-shaped thing. Yeah.
So
Toxic.
Mark Wetzel has really big concerns about the stormwater for these lots.
Yeah.
And he's been talking to Justin Smith, the owner, about how to address that.
Uh-huh.
So what's the next step with this?
Well, he needs to get some building permits. He needs to come see us for those last two lots. Eventually, he's going to take down this house because I think it straddles a lot line.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
Is that tree line still there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Member updates. Jess,
Has anybody seen Robert Hood's Boy Scout Bridge?
Yeah, I just ran
I
over
did
it.
too.
That was my message that,
Not
sorry,
lately,
that-
but I saw it when
Yeah,
it was
it
put
looks-
in.
This
Yeah.
bridge?
It's great.
Yeah.
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 And
It's well done.
The dog and I tried it the
Did
other
you?
day.
Yeah.
It's the longer one, right? I was up there Christmas Day.
Yeah, longer.
Yeah.
You were up here Christmas Day too?
Yeah,
Oh, I
I saw
was
you
too.
coming there. Oh,
You
were
see
you there?
me? Did you see me?
I saw you driving there at the corner by the
Yeah.
workout place or something. I said, oh, I think that was Bonnie.
I did kind of ran. I kind of did a half run
Yeah.
through. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the water's really flowing like crazy.
And I found the trees, I think that, you said that person was talking about.
Yeah.
There's a bunch.
Did you see the big one?
Yeah.
Like, you first go in, want to go down to the water, but that's a massive tree sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that needs to definitely be
Yeah,
cleaned
there's,
out.
there's like 5 of them.
So I called the tree warden in the
Yeah.
early fall
Uh-huh.
about a report of trees down on your end.
Uh-huh.
And he said he was going to take care of it.
Okay.
And then you were just saying there were trees down in this area on the other side of the bridge.
Toward,
Yeah.
right before the bridge.
No. When you first come in off the road,
Groton Harbor?
Groton Harbor,
Yeah.
right? You're heading down and it says what path and to the
Yeah,
pond, or you
pond.
go to the pond.
Yeah,
There's a massive tree across
Oh,
that
there,
trail.
That,
Yeah.
all right.
And then if you go to the Boy Scout Bridge?
Bridge. Yeah, if you go to
and
the Boy Scout Bridge, go
from-
over.
And go over, then
There's a
there's some
massive tree
trees
that-
down.
Oh, yeah, we
Travel
didn't go up that way. We
Yeah.
went up the
Okay.
other way.
Yeah.
And if you go to the Boy Scout Bridge, but continue on,
Habitat Trail?
yeah,
Yeah.
there was a big tree down there by the beaver pond.
That was
Yeah.
clear.
Okay,
At least you can get past yeah, that would look
Mhm.
fresh and you can get past it.
okay,
You cut it like basically right at the edge of the
right.
trail. So that one's clear. But yeah, it's the other.
Yeah. And did you see the house lot stakes?
Yeah.
Is that bizarre? Was that bizarre? That struck me. I ran through and I'm like, I'm looking, seeing pink. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
and then I walked in there, walked up the hill, and I'm like, what is that stake doing
Yeah, it said
there?
something lot, something or other. I
It said
didn't
house lot.
So where is this again?
This little parcel here. So this is the dump,
Yeah.
and there's a huge drop off into
Yeah.
this parcel on the backside.
Yeah.
Is that the dump or is that the place next to the
It's
dump?
the place next to the dump.
Okay, that's
Where
what I
they
thought.
So
school
it's-
buses are parked?
Yeah, where all the
Yeah.
trucks are parked.
Right,
But
right.
then there's a drop off,
Yep,
and you can see
Yeah.
the drop off when you're
Mhm.
when you're hiking the trail. So where's the
Mhm.
pond? So up in here, so it goes around, and then it goes around. Here's the bridge, the Boy Scout Bridge, and then you go around up back to Groton. So you can, if you're right here, you're walking, and then to the right, off to the right, up the hill, are these stakes that mark the property line, and then within that property line are more, there are house stakes with pink ribbon.
Does it say corner of house?
Yes.
Wow, that's weird.
But again, what's the street frontage?
I don't know. I have no idea whether they're gonna will they use
yeah, part of the
potentially
driveway of
this
that place, I
street
don't know.
frontage to put a driveway in and then around?
No, but you need,
But it's all
don't you need
dump.
100 feet?
It's-
You
and
need
it's-
100 feet of street frontage. Or you have to go to zoning for a,
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
basically right
Yeah,
there. You see the
variance.
corner of that whole property right there.
Right, so
Okay.
let me
Okay.
zoom in a little bit.
So,
so where's the Boy Scout Bridge?
so the Boy Scout Bridge is,
And then there's that other little bridge.
if you go
Before it.
up more,
Yeah.
it's gonna
Could
be
be a
right
problem.
Yeah.
somewhere in here.
Yeah, there's the
Yeah.
Boy Scout Bridge right there. If you
Yeah,
go
right
up,
there. Okay,
you
so
see
as
the
you
line.
come around here, and you start climbing the hill,
Oh, that
there's this
hill.
huge, so all of this right here
It's
is
a
like
big slope.
dump. It's all old
Yeah.
dump. So,
Yeah, and then you keep coming
and then
down.
you keep coming around,
Yeah,
and again, there's this huge, it's like right in here.
yeah, I
Well,
think you're,
so-
Right
we're-
in there.
because the way, because you're,
Right?
the path is more here, right, closer
Yeah,
to the
because it's
water.
really close to the
But
water.
as you come in, well, I'm sorry, it's touching me, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
But
Yeah.
you see this flag here, noted,
Yes.
and it's
Right.
like,
It's like, whoa.
I saw that, and then there was another like flag with a strip on it, just like
Right.
further down here too, which was kind of odd, because I
Right.
said, that's like nowhere near anything.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody owns this, right? I mean, that's,
Don't we own
We
do.
own it.
Yeah.
That's all ours.
Yeah.
because it looked like there was a flag right in here somewhere.
Yeah. It's almost like the flags were
Yeah, 'cause there's the
marking.
parking area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like you went down the path and there was a flag here, but they could definitely have a corner right there of that
Yeah.
property.
But it
As
struck,
if they're gonna do something there.
but it struck me as odd because this is a huge hill.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
there's all this crap. It's dump crap.
Yeah, and there's actually,
It's
it looks like a,
crammed into that hillside.
there's an
Ooh.
outfall coming out here.
Yeah,
too.
there's an outfall, right,
Somewhere.
right, there's a drainage thing right there.
Okay, wait a minute.
Well, I'll ask around, see if
Fine.
anybody's
Just
gotten anything.
Go, just put your hand up and point to where you think it is.
Here, let me bring it down a little so you can actually,
No. Oh, okay. Right there. Okay. Thank you.
But You didn't get my face, did you?
Was it a good sign?
It's just blocked me out.
Right.
Just on the Boy Scout bridge,
Yep.
is young Robert, is he healed?
Is he healed?
He might be healed by now.
Because it would be good to have a picture of him standing up on the bridge. you know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
In his Boy Scout uniform.
yeah.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
see if he's around on the 5th.
Yeah.
Once a bridge,
gets-
once structures like that is built, does the town of Ayer
We should take a photo.
own it
Yeah,
and maintain it?
yeah. We should get it in the paper. Try to get it in the paper.
Once we have a photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no foundation under that thing whatsoever.
No,
It's
it's
just sitting on the ground.
it's pinned into the bank
Pinned into the,
with rebar.
to stabilize it.
Okay.
Charlie, the building inspector, worked with Robert to get,
You thought that was okay?
Mm.
so that we didn't have to, did you miss the hole he dug?
No, I saw that.
Yeah.
He sort of
There,
did.
a couple
Those
of
got
those are
built in.
there still, right?
It's
No, I
still
don't think so.
He dug them out and filled, didn't
Yeah.
he fill them
Yeah.
back in
But I
and?
thought there's like one piece of something that's very square before you cross that bridge, just as you come,
His were round.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
Yeah.
okay, and then there's another, okay, never mind.
Mm.
Never mind, those are
Mm.
probably there. Okay, second point, annual report. You always do the verbiage
Oh,
for us to
yeah.
edit, and I always do the
How many?
tallying of
Yes.
all the
The
things.
wonderful annual
So this is
report.
a reminder for you to do yours and me to do mine.
Okay.
And then the third thing was, is the Conservation Commission willing to do a letter of support for the community garden project?
Didn't you send me that?
Yes, and you never responded.
No.
But were you okay with that letter?
I actually haven't looked at it.
See?
Oh, here's a copy for you.
You can read it, see if every, because we should, if we did, you should probably take a vote so that
Yeah.
we are.
Okay.
We,
To Janet Provodakis, the Air Community Preservation Committee. Dear Chair Provodakis, the Air Conservation Commission is pleased to support the application of Air Community Garden, Inc. for Community Preservation Act funding, Community Preservation Act funding to support the construction of a community garden on a portion of town property along Barnum Road, parcel 34-137. At your public hearing to be held on January 9th, 2019, we hope the CPC will vote to approve the forwarding this application to Springtown meeting, May 2019, for final and deciding vote. This is an excellent use of land owned by the town, an excellent use of CPC funds on behalf of the town. A community garden will provide great resource and opportunity for town residents, both recreational and educational. Applications for a garden plot will be available to all Ayer residents, but will be particularly useful for those without access to viable growing plots. In addition, the community garden plans to hold educational workshops open to all Ayer residents, providing an excellent community resource. The town has long wanted to develop a community garden.
Dry air.
As indicated in master plans and open space recreational plans, this would be first and this will be the first.
I can finish reading. Take a drink. Okay, the town, the town has long wanted to develop a community garden as indicated in previous master plans and open space and recreation plans. This would be the first, and the town should do everything possible to support its success. The commission therefore respectfully requests your favorable consideration of this application at your January 9th, 2019 public meeting. Sincerely.
Is everybody happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have to vote or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay,
No,
thank you.
we're just supporting.
Anything else?
That's it for me.
Oh, we just did the thing for me. Yeah, just look into that. It's kind of odd.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll ask if anybody's heard anything.
Yeah.
John,
No.
Mark,
I guess just clarification, so further up the path, you hit the, as it says there, Autumn Ridge Farm,
Yep,
whatever.
CR,
It says residents only? Like,
yeah,
is that us or not us?
That's them.
Beyond,
Who's them?
beyond the
the people
people that live up.
the people who live in my neighborhood, right here,
Bottom
these
right,
people,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's like the town conservation land abuts it, so
Yeah.
the trail like continues on.
Yeah, yeah.
But technically, you're trespassing if you go over that line.
Okay, that's, so my wife and I stopped and kind of like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So maybe we
if you
should
go back
What's
to
the
the
sign
Boy
say?
Scout Bridge,
It says Autumn Ridge Farm
Conservation restriction.
Conservation, blah, 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 or something, and then it says residents only.
Oh,
And so I wasn't sure if it was
okay.
their residents or
Yeah,
Autumn Ridge residents only. I
Right.
didn't
right.
understand, because it didn't say, it said Autumn Ridge Farm
Yeah, yeah.
something, and I
Yeah.
thought that was just a
Yeah,
name of something.
so the bridge is here, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty close to
So
the,
the property line is actually here, but conservation restriction is on Autumn Ridge property. Part of that is open to the public, and part of it is,
Okay, because I know, yeah, because we went under the power lines, and,
Yeah.
you know, you continue up quite a ways. Oh, we were looking out over the pond there on the right.
yep,
And then, yeah, I want to say just beyond where you are right now, because there was a little, like wallow there in the wall. I don't think it's a vernal pool, but it was a little something. And then right about there, it stops.
right,
uh-huh.
Yeah, okay,
but that's all Autumn Ridge property, it's just a conservation restriction,
okay. So we're not supposed to go that far, any further, okay.
right?
Just wanted to check.
till the end of January, you can say you're just coming to see me.
Actually,
But then I won't live there anymore, so,
actually, now that I think about it, no, because I remember looking at out at those islands, so it went even further up, actually.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say maybe it's about there. Yeah, okay, because I know we looked up kind of the hill, and it looked like it was a house, but we weren't quite sure.
Yeah, it's,
So
it-
that probably was the back of that then. Okay.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
think there've
Now I
been a
get it.
number of people who have gone that far up and they've never been
Not
heard from
returned.
again.
They
They're
haven't
just
returned.
gone.
Oh, I have another thing that I wanted to mention. Continuation
So,
of, who owns, so as you go over the Snake Hill, you know, the bridge on Snake Hill Road, like
The
Sandy
Causeway
Pond.
Bridge?
The Causeway Bridge. Who owns that little, that parcel sliver of land on the Sandy Pond side?
Maryland looked into it
Do you know?
when we first moved, and
Yeah.
the town said that someone owns it. They don't know who. Is what they were, is
Yeah.
what she was told.
So the town doesn't own it?
interesting, because we could look that up too.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Um,
Because it needs to
Beavers, well, the
be.
beavers are taking down all those trees. So I was just thinking, could we wrap them with something? With, you know, could
Just do it.
just do it?
Yeah. Like chicken wire or something?
Yeah.
They had to do that at Autumn Ridge,
Yeah.
because the beavers were coming up out of the little pond below me
Yeah.
and taking down all the landscaping.
Really?
Yeah. So they ended up with, it must be about 1-inch mesh vinyl coated hardware cloth.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, it's
Yeah,
tough.
pretty heavy duty. Yeah.
And they made little wraps about 3 feet tall and wired them together
Yeah.
around the trees.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and then the beavers moved on somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, but there are all these Bradford pears around
They're
the,
taking down the pear trees?
yeah, and dragging them down the hill.
That's awesome.
Little pesky beavers. So pretty
Some
soon,
of the
all
trees they were trying
all
to
of the
take out. I
trees
was
will be
looking at the
down
one, I was
on
like
the
this big. I was like,
causeway,
what are they gonna do
which
with
would be
that?
very sad.
Massive.
I was looking at, yeah, so that might be,
Took down 2 already.
do we have any Eagle Scout projects coming up?
I don't know. That's
So we're looking for an Eagle Scout.
convince an
project.
Eagle Scout to.
I mean, totally seriously.
Wrap some trees.
I was looking out at the ice on Sandy Pond yesterday, or the day before, and I saw this little brown bump, and I thought, I went to get my binoculars, and it was gone. And then so I'm looking around, and then I see something further on, and look, yeah, it was popping its head up through the
Uh-huh.
ice. I think it was heading for some open water.
Uh-huh.
On
It
the
was
other
a
side.
seal. Must
It
have
was
been
a
a seal.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they were up the
whatever.
River the other day, they said.
Right across the road on Sandy Pond from me there's a canoe that's been
Oh, yeah.
chained to a tree
Yeah.
for all summer. And it got used occasionally, but it seems to be just being stored there.
I
mean,
thought that
that's-
was your canoe.
It's not my canoe. Because
Yeah.
Huh.
you can't just like
Yeah.
chain your canoe
I know.
to a tree,
I
can you?
know.
Because I got a key. Okay, I could unlock it.
Oh, yeah?
This is yours.
Bonnie's.
Oh, I see, the unlocked, yeah. That kind of key.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just kind of curious, like whose property that,
yeah.
who's that belong to.
Well, we know who the pond bottom
Yes.
of part of
Yes.
Flanagan's Pond belongs to.
Canoe
Yes.
on a tree on the parcel you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Oh, it is
it's
on.
not, yeah, it's adjacent, yeah, it's adjacent. I think there is a tree, oh, maybe the people would shoot down that tree and then the canoe goes with it.
That's what the-
You see the beaver
It's
in
a
the
little
canoe.
dragging the
Dragging the
canoe
tree.
across the ice. This will make a handy
Thanks,
little,
buddy.
little home. All right, I'm done.
All right. I just got one thing. Is that apparently there's going to be a Air Devon's Jurisdiction Disposition Study Committee. They're looking for people to serve on it.
And Air Devon's, say it again.
Jurisdiction/Disposition Study Committee. To determine the final disposition of Devon's.
What year, when does that go into effect?
Sometime before
20,
2030,
is it
Three?
2030?
2030 something.
2033, I
So
think.
we've got a couple years.
Well, it could happen sooner if we wanted it to.
Oh, really?
So it has to happen by 20.
Or it has to happen by 2030 something.
Yeah.
But then all towns have to be in agreement, right?
Yeah. So anyway, they're not specifically asking for anybody from conservation or anything, but if
Yeah,
somebody was interested,
They're just a public request, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
The deadline's tomorrow for applications.
Oh, to get somebody,
Actually, so you had sent, I think it came from you, about the water discussion they had or whatever too.
Yes. And I haven't heard, did that meeting already happen?
First one back in the late 90s.
And then I know they have another one coming up. One of them, I want to see January 24th. It's a night that we're here, that they're having, there was something, if you drink water in Devon's or Ayer, come to this meeting, blah, blah, blah. So
Yeah.
I was wondering if that was,
yeah.
if any of you folks knew or saw it looked into.
If you have webbed toes and,
6 years.
yeah.
Well, it's interesting because I caught something on the news about someplace down in Florida that is having a aquifer water issue also. And it had something to do with folks that worked at an airfield being exposed to fire suppression
Fighting
chemicals and
fire,
things like
yeah.
that. And I haven't looked it up yet, but I was wondering if
You know,
it was
there's a-
maybe the same sort of thing.
There's
Hmm.
a plume under
Yeah, there's many
the
blooms.
airfield, Moore Airfield,
Yeah.
that's been moving towards the Nashua River, but it's way down, but it's that old fire retardant type
Mhm.
stuff,
Yeah.
chemicals.
Yeah, and there's a couple of places on Devon's.
Yeah. but.
Yeah. Well, I will make a motion to adjourn
Mhm.
the meeting.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.